I've been running my own businesses for 20 years now, full-time since 2001, and you may not believe it, but now that I'm working on a social justice-focused not-for-profit, I'm finally reading some nuts and bolts business books and listening to small business podcasts. A bit late, Steve, you might be thinking. Anyhow, one of my favorite small business podcasts is What Works, and I've noticed an interesting theme running through their interviews. There are a surprising number of business owners who want to give back through their companies. They've got a social justice element built into their for-profit business from day one. This is kind of cool. Businesses don't have to be just about making money. There are lots of ways to make a difference. You don't just have to be a not-for-profit. You can make political or social change a part of your business or your life. I'm your host, Stephen Davis, and welcome to Episode 8 of Disability Democracy. This weekly podcast is about practical actions that you can take to make a difference in your community. The goal of Disability Democracy is to accelerate the disability community revolution. Find out more at disabilitydemocracy.org. Why shouldn't businesses make a difference? There's nothing wrong with doing well by doing good, and being structured as a not-for-profit doesn't mean that you aren't first and foremost a business. And adding a distinct social justice element to a standard business is just a way of both living and working your values. This isn't new. Some lawyers have been doing pro bono legal work for who knows how long, and companies like Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream have been contributing to causes and making political statements for years. Why not? Why not you? Why not me? Anyhow, another thing I kept hearing about was this book called Profit First by Michael Michalowicz. I finally read it in July. Mind blown. I understood immediately why everyone was talking about it. At its core, it has an amazingly simple idea. Create a separate profit bank account for your business from day one. Put a bit of money in your profit account from the beginning, maybe 1% of income or $10 a week or whatever you can do to start with, and your business is always going to be profitable. Kind of magical. Just like those saving strategies where you put money into your retirement account automatically before you can see it or spend it. You start with the profit. Now, there's a lot more to the book than just set up a profit bank account, but in some sense, Profit First is first and foremost about being clear and simple. It really stuck in my head. At first, it gave me an idea for not-for-profits, profit first for not-for-profits, as it were, but it made me think about the commitments we make to social and political change. Being a good member of our communities, promising ourselves to volunteer or donate, but also knowing how those good intentions get drowned out into the day-to-day realities of our day-to-day lives. Why not build a habit of helping, making helping automatic? Set up another new bank account where you put a bit of money into it every week, either for yourself or for your business. Maybe call it a Share It First account. Just a reminder that you can find full episode transcripts and additional resources at disabilitydemocracy.org. We welcome your comments, feedback, and suggestions. You can also subscribe to our weekly newsletter there, which will give you additional information and insights, as well as information about every episode. Let us know how we can make disability democracy more accessible and more actionable for you. Anyhow, this was a new idea, at least to me, and I'm still thinking it through. Maybe it's a bit crazy. Okay, technically, it's really old. Many people used to tithe a percent of their salary to their church, and some still do. But why not? A big part of the power of Profit First is its transparency. You literally see where your money is going, for profit, for taxes, for everything. Open your online bank statements and you know exactly where you're at. Why not the same thing for the causes you care about? I think maybe you can use your Share It First account in at least 3 ways. First, easy. Use it to fund your donations. Second, if you donate purchased goods or paid services, you fund it from your Share First account. Third, if you volunteer, you use your Share First account to pay your hours. Pay yourself a fair market rate for your work, then move your money from there to wherever you wish. Income, fund. You did the good work, you deserve the pay. Just like profit, it's right there for you to see. Maybe you start with $10 a week or 1 cent of your paycheck or income, whatever you can afford, whatever you feel is right. You make it intentional. As money comes in, it gets moved to the right accounts. Expenses, Profit First, Share It First. And just like with your profit account, as you do better, you grow your Share It First account. Increase the amount or percentage you're contributing every week. Just like profit, you see what you've done. It's right there. Your Share It First account makes your community contribution intentional, measurable, growing. Your day-to-day work gets reflected in your values. Now, I haven't set up my bank accounts yet as Profit First recommends. This has been a crazy summer for me and probably you too. But when I do, I'm going to set up some separate accounts for my household and business, a profit account and a Share It First account. What about you? How do you build your values into your work, your life, your time, your budget? Let me know at shareitfirst.org or email me directly at steve@notwithoutus.org. This episode of Disability Democracy was sponsored by Not Without Us. Not Without Us is a 501c4 mutual benefit corporation. Our goal is equality for all disabled adults and kids with disabilities. You can learn more about our work at notwithoutus.org. Our strategy is built on democratic action through this podcast, through our community at disabilitydemocracy.org, by providing organizing support at DIYdarkmoney.com, and training for candidates for local office at getelected.us. We endorse candidates, and we also directly work on issues. We'd like to thank Ian McCullough and Debbie Dodge for their contributions to Not Without Us. You can support Not Without Us with an annual, monthly, or one-time donation at notwithoutus.org/join. If you have any questions or comments on this episode, visit disabilitydemocracy.org. You can email us, leave a comment, or even a voice message. I'm Stephen Davis, and on behalf of Not Without Us, we think that democracy comes not from a vote every 2 years, but from the actions that we can take every day.